Pedro Pascal will make a comeback in later episodes of the video game adaptation of The Last of Us, even if Joel may have perished in episode 2 of season 2. Joel was brutally murdered by Abby, Caitlin Dever, using a golf club and pool cue in the second episode of season 2 of The Last of Us. The tragedy was both unexpected and heartbreaking, and many people who hadn't played the video games were taken aback by Joel's sudden passing. After all, The Last of Us Season 3 has already been confirmed, and there are still 5 episodes left in Season 2. Joel's death has also created some confusion around Season 2 of The Last of Us. The remainder of the season will follow Ellie's quest for vengeance against Abby, but Joel is dead, and it wasn't entirely clear how The Last of Us would handle his absence. Joel is the main character, and his relationship with Ellie is perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the series. Fortunately, Pedro Pascal isn't finished with The Last of Us, and Joel will return, albeit through a few flashbacks. Fortunately, Pedro Pascal will make a comeback in later episodes of The Last of Us Season 2, despite Joel's death. Joel still has 2 appearances left in Season 2 of The Last of Us, as Pascal makes cameos in 4 of the 7 episodes. In order to make up for some of the gaps created by The Last of Us time shift between seasons, Joel will make future appearances in the form of flashbacks that Ellie remembers. Joel was featured in some of the Season 2 trailers for The Last of Us during scenes from one of the game's numerous flashbacks. We already know which flashbacks will be included in upcoming episodes because The Last of Us Season 2 merely adapts the first part of The Last of Us Part 2. Shortly after Joel's outburst at the Firefly Hospital, there will probably be a flashback in which he takes Ellie to a science museum to educate her about space travel. Other flashbacks will continue to explore Joel and Ellie's relationship during the 5-year time leap and the consequences of Joel's choice at the end of Season 1 of The Last of Us, without giving away too much. Beyond Pedro Pascal's impending comeback in Season 2 of The Last of Us, there's even more excellent news. As stated earlier, only a piece of the game that serves as the basis for The Last of Us Season 2 will be adapted. Pedro Pascal will most likely make an appearance in flashbacks throughout The Last of Us Season 3, as Joel did during The Last of Us Part 2. While there are some flashbacks that work best in the story's last moments and will probably stay in their current chronological location, the show may deviate from the game's timeline in other ways. The last flashback in The Last of Us Part 2, for instance, occurred in the game's epilogue and showed a discussion between Ellie and Joel soon after the Jackson dance that was featured in the first episode of The Last of Us Season 2. Ellie's wish to learn to forgive Joel was expressed in that flashback, which served as a moving conclusion to her quest for vengeance against Abby. Pedro Pascal's